Next question. Now we hitting the nail on the head with these questions. So I have to ask now. This is not this is not, this is not a negative question, just to put a disclaimer out for everybody out there, as watching, or that's part of this, society. But how is the Hammond or the Northwest Indiana area, as far as, I see what you're smiling about. That's why I made disclaimer. I see what you're smiling about. I already know. I already know. But let me rephrase it. Let me rephrase it, because I already I know how is, because I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go in like this, because I know I know. But the thing about it is, right, as I got introduced, to the Hammond area, or the Northwest Indiana area, NWI. The thing really that got me was, it was a lot of talented individuals, a lot, in all forms. We're not just talking about artists, people. We're not just talking about rappers. We're not talking about singers. We talk about painters. We talking about poets. We talking sculptors. We talking about, all of this, instrumentalists, people that just got to play. Like, we talk about all of this, and like, it just reminded me, because I'm like a person, I'm an old soul, I believe I could have hanged with people in the 70s, 60s, 80s, and 90s. I'm an old soul. And so, like, a lot of stuff like this area, this reminds me of, like, like a resurgence, like, not like I would say, a renaissance of new art, rejuvenation of people that are creative in their element. And so, like, how would you living in the area, how as you living there, how do you feel about it? How will you describe this Northwest Indiana area, especially with the artists and everything? I'm trying to be serious. But for real, like, how would you describe that as far as the art? We talk about the art here.
I'll put it like this, and I'm gonna speak more than just the art. But
okay, go ahead, do whatever you want to do. Do whatever. It don't matter. Do whatever.
This question is uncomfortable, but I like the fact that it's uncomfortable, because there needs to be uncomfortable questions. I feel there needs to be questions that aren't the basic how did you get your name, not saying that that's a bad question,
to
ask how someone got their name, but like when it's already in like 20 different interviews, but I figure if I already wrote a song about this subject, I might as well speak on it indirectly, because I'm not trying to put people out there. I'm not trying to put names out there. I'm not trying to get people more angry at me than they already are, and more angry than they probably will be once I put out this song. But I came out of school lonely, without any friends besides 2 or 3. I was always looked at as a weird kid. I was always looked at as the outcast. And I won a bunch of competitions, and I started going to art galleries, and I found a tribe of people, and I love these people, and I still love these people, and it hurts that I love these people. But a lot of the NWI scene, not speaking for everyone, very talented individuals, there's a lot of very good ones, and I'm only speaking on a select, which the select is a handful of people, like a good amount, but also not discrediting the good people that are within it. And that's not me trying to put myself on a high horse and be like, I'm going to decide who is the good and who is the bad. But
right.
I try to keep my nose out of trouble. And the only time I get into trouble is when people are just offended by me telling the truth about a situation. Because I love people, man. I love hard and I love deeply, and I try to take care of people as best as I can. And a lot of the time, people try to take that as judgment, but sometimes you need to give people tough love. Um, and it hurts. And I want to cry just talking about this. Um, but a lot of the scene is jaded. A lot of the scene is drunk. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of the scene is not the best to be around. Um, it's very toxic. There's a lot of misogyny. There's just a lot of indulgence, and I can't be fully mad because I know people deal with things differently,
Mm-hmm.
and I know people in this scene are very emotionally fragile, just as I am. And I know not everybody can be constructive with how they deal with their feelings. And I know a lot of people go to a bottle for healing. But at the same time, there is an extent of where I don't agree with this, but this doesn't mean we have to stop being friends just because I don't personally drink or do anything. But at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, when decisions are being made within that bottle where you're doing things that aren't right, and you're doing things like disrespecting women or disrespecting human beings or just being a destructive force within the scene, I will not tolerate you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very honest. And like I said, I am that I don't give a fuck guy within my raps, and that
Mm-hmm.
translates into Moy when it needs to. And yeah, I've lost a lot of friends.
Mm-hmm.
I love them, and it hurts that I love them, and they are so talented. But something at some point happened, and things are different. And I've lost a lot of friends. But the NWI scene is brilliant. It's great, man. There's variety, and people are generally accepting.